Cool. Right. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. You know who it is, your boy John.
It's a white belt slayer. Still slaying white belts.
How about the blue belt wrangler? I ain't heard him. I ain't heard from him in a minute.
He come back. He's
He'll come
always
back?
always around. Blue
He's
belts
there?
are easier because
Yeah.
they don't fucking freak out on you like fucking white belts do.
I'd have to agree with that. I feel like
Because they're starting to calm down, so they're easier to fight. The fucking white belts are just like, yeah, you fucking fight them.
Yeah. Yeah. You kind of know what to expect with a blue belt, what they're
Yeah.
going to go for versus a white belt. Yeah, it's just
Fuck,
like,
dude.
let me get it where I
Let me
can.
get eye poked. Let me get fucking kicked in the face.
Grab your fingers.
Yeah, all kinds of shit. Hey, I'd be grabbing fingers.
I think
if you try to choke
I think
me,
if you grab multiple, it's okay. As long as you don't grab like one or two.
Yeah.
But I think as long as you grab multiple, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I'd be grabbing fingers. Though.
Yeah.
Especially if you fucking try to choke me.
Yeah, I'd go for
grab
a hand.
that finger and I'll fucking yank it.
Yeah. But grabbing like one finger is like annoying. Anyways, I haven't had a fruit punch one in a while. I bought it for my girl over there. I was like, I'm drinking this, and I'll buy you another one later.
I used to fuck with the Rockstar fruit punches. Heavy. There's something different about a Rockstar, though. They put some weird ingredient and it makes my kidneys hurt. It's weird.
I mean, in general, they're not good for you. They're probably really bad for you.
Dude, a monster a day keeps the doctor away.
I don't know if that's the exact way, but sure.
I think that's how you say it.
Is that how it goes?
I think that's how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's fruit, right? You know, an apple a day. He used to get some
Monster's
fruit.
its own flavor, dog.
Monster, yeah.
I think Monster kind of tastes like cough syrup, but I like it.
It does. I'm not a big fan.
I love the smell too.
No, I'm not a big fan of the original Monster anymore.
Oh, I love it.
But
I like the blue ones. Like I'll you know how they're like 3 for whatever usually.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll buy one regular one, treat myself, and then get 2 blue ones. Yeah, get 2 blue ones. That's what I just did.
Anyways, for you guys watching, make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Just say it straight up, right off the bat. Let's start early. Say it early.
Yeah, John's tired of doing this already. So
just say it early. Let's get some more followers.
Yeah,
I'm not tired of doing it.
We gotta start doing stuff.
Yeah. Well,
we should have made that blog yesterday. We should have stopped and made a blog.
I need to get more. I need more batteries because I thought that would have been cool to take the camera. So yesterday we went to.
How much are the batteries?
They're not that bad. They're like $60 for a pair or something like that.
Right
but I think it would have been cool to do that. And if we would have planned it better, I could have bought the other mic.
Hold on. Are you wearing a wedding ring?
Yeah. My girl bought a wedding ring, so I was like, yeah, but why not?
This is after the aftermath of getting real drunk?
No, she already wanted them. We just didn't know which ones to get. So, anyways, like I was saying, I thought it would have been a cool vlog.
We should have did
podcast, and it would have worked well either way.
Yeah, we should have did that.
Yeah. So we went to
Arte Suave Elite.
I liked it. I thought it was really good.
Dude, those kids matches were
I bet it would be more popping if they didn't do it the same day as World League. Like there would have been more people there.
I think there was. I don't know what to expect. I've never been to one of those before, but throughout the day, if everybody would have stayed, it would have been sold out.
Yeah. So I
think we were the only idiots that showed at the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, the kids were wild. So the rule set in general was submission only. So
I'll explain it.
So the way it worked was if you got to mount, you got 3 points. If you took the back, it was 3 points. Outside of that, there was no points for like takedown or sweeps or anything like that. And then if you got a deep submission attempt, it was 6 points. And if you just went for a submission and it wasn't deep, it was 1 point. And that's how they determined the tiebreaker and stuff like that.
Exactly. Those are exactly the rules.
Yeah, I know. And then, so I thought those were really good rule sets.
Yeah.
And then for taking the back, it wasn't like you didn't have to have hooks in. So if you took the back and you went straight to the body triangle, that counted as taking the back, which I thought was amazing. I think the fact that IBJJF, you have to get your hooks in before going to like a body triangle is dumb.
Well, this is even better. So, gi rule set, adult black belt, all submissions legal.
Yeah. So
everything.
Heel hooks were legal, which we saw, I think, one actual heel hook submission.
Well, that straight ankle lock at the end was a heel hook.
Well, yeah. It turned into a heel hook, but she was going for a straight ankle lock. So this girl was going for a straight ankle lock, but her heel kind of popped out and it turned into a heel hook, but she wasn't necessarily going for a straight ankle lock. The only thing that got me that was irritating, and it's not like it's a negative thing, and I can understand why it kept happening, is like they kept saying
The wrong
the
submission.
wrong submission. So like, it was like submission by triangle when it was really an armbar triangle. It wasn't the triangle, it was an armbar. Or like, it was like not a straight ankle lock. It was a heel hook, you know. But because they were so fast, like the way they had it was you had your match. If you won by submission, you got to do an interview. If you just won, no interview. And then it was like, boom, next match. Next match. So they were really good. I thought that was fucking awesome. I think they had some cameras set up and they had judges watching the cameras, which is how they kept score. Some of those matches, I would have hated to be the ref.
There was so much activity in each match that it was hard to keep
track. Yeah. I would have hated to be the ref to try to keep score on something like
Shout
that.
Shout out to Chris from National City Jiu-Jitsu. He was one of the. He was not the ref, judge.
He was one of the judges. He was one of the judges.
Yeah.
So, but I like the rule set and I like the way it was set up. I thought that was a really cool setup.
Yeah, I would like to do one of those. What was I going to say before that? We're going back talking about that. Oh, let me read the submission rules, which I thought was cool too. So adult rules in gi, black belt, all submissions legal. Brown belt, all submissions legal. Purple belt, no heel hooks. Everything else legal. Blue belt, no heel hooks. All of the submissions legal. And in the teens, you could straight ankle lock, no other leg shit.
And
juvenile kids, no leg locks. But I mean, that's pretty good.
Were no wrist locks on there?
Oh, no wrist locks for the kids. It says that.
How about teens?
Teens, no wrist locks.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the adult no-gi, all submissions, all the way until blue belt at adult, all submissions are legal.
Blue belt too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
In no-gi.
In no-gi?
Yeah.
The other thing I really liked, so they sold different packages for seating. You had like your general, and then you had VIP.
And they're kicking everyone out.
And this is what I liked. I would have been irritated that we paid extra to sit in the front, and then other people that didn't pay as much got to sit up front.
Yeah,
they had the elite. They paid to have those elite guys. Yeah. And I'm sure you guys have seen the elite.
Ushers.
Yeah, the elite security, whatever. And they were on it. Like if someone sat down and they would come and check the band, and they were like, "Nope, you got to go to the back." Well, the coaches, they were like, "Hey, I'm coaching this match, and then I'll move," and they were cool with it. But I like the fact that they were doing that. Like a lot of these events, you offer a special package and you pay more for it, and then you could have just bought the cheaper one, and everyone's getting away with it. And I like the fact that they actually like maintain that rule set, because if you notice, the VIP was the first two rows, so the two side ones, you couldn't sit there unless you were VIP, and then where we were sitting, the next one behind us was VIP, and then the rows behind them, those were the general seating. So I like that they actually like
enforced it.
Yeah, because if you didn't enforce it, I would have been irritated. Like, well, what the fuck did I pay $65?
Yeah, the extra $10. It's funny. Did you see when I went and got my sweater? I was sitting there for about 30 minutes afterwards, and that old lady started walking up to me, and I saw her out of the corner of my eye, and I was all, bam!
Yeah, I saw that.
And she was like, ha! I was like, yeah.
I saw that.
Play yourself.
And then everyone was super cool. Dude, it was crazy. The kid's gi yellow belt, he was like 13 years old. They were yellow.
No, those kids weren't 13.
They were young. 10?
That kid was 10 that got
but he got put to sleep. He got put to sleep with a bow and arrow choke, and I was like, damn. I don't think I've ever seen it.
He looked like he was fighting the whole time. He didn't ever look like he was out.
Yeah, the refs did a really good job, I think, with the kids. They let it go far enough, but not, like, they let it go far enough, but would stop it right before. Like, the ref was really on it, and I think they really did a good job. And a lot of times you go places, that's another thing is the refs, they either stop it too early or they don't pay attention and dude's passed out for like fucking a minute and then they fucking
Did you so two things. You've never been put to sleep, right?
Mm-mm.
I never been put to sleep either. It's crazy how like your brain just shuts off and you come back and you don't know what's going on because that kid. All right, so first of all, there's a bunch of adults. I mean, some of us may have been drinking beers, cheering on kids fighting.
Dude, it was awesome.
Hey, if you're not from the jiu-jitsu community and you see people paying to watch kids fight, you might call the cops.
Yeah, you might call the cops. Especially
put them in a little outfit. Let's fucking get it going.
Yeah, especially watching another kid put a kid to sleep. You're just like, damn.
Yeah, so that one kid had the other kid in the bow and arrow. Oh, let's talk about that. So that kid is from, it's funny. Not funny. Slightly funny. That kid had the tism. Yeah, for sure.
When he walked out.
And John was like, yo, this fight's going to be wild.
Yeah. When he walked out, that kid walked out. He was super, like, he seemed super shy.
He had the tism.
And he seemed super quiet.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I was like,
Yeah.
This kid's gonna put it
Yeah.
on him.
That
Right
kid,
off the bat.
yeah, no, he's gonna put it on him, and like they were about the same weight, but the kid at the Tism
A
was
little bit
probably like
taller.
6 inches
Yeah.
taller. The ability
His technique
for these two kids to grapple was fucking
Yeah,
wild.
yeah.
Maybe they were 13. I was thinking another kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he ends up taking the back. That was the kid that put him to sleep, right?
Yeah.
The kid at the Tism,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So they transitioned through like 5 or 6 different things. Had his back, had side control, had all the shit. Finally, he caught him in this bow and arrow choke and is just sinking it in. And I was like, dang, this kid ain't tapping. And then they rolled to a way we couldn't sleep, and then the ref grabbed him.
Yeah.
And then that he grabbed the kid, that the kid who put him to sleep jumped off, and he lifted up the kid's feet, and he starts shaking his feet. And then the kid comes up, and he goes like this.
Yeah. Yeah, he was out.
And the ref was like, hey, you got put to sleep. And he said something else, and the ref was like, you got put to sleep. And he said something else. He's like, you got put to sleep. And the kid was just all,
Yeah.
That's fucked up, dude.
And then the other thing, there was a lot of like good sportsmanship there.
Yeah.
Like a lot of it, which
Yeah.
was awesome. Always good to see.
Yeah.
Like, not a bunch of like assholes. Like you go out there, you do your thing, but at the end of the day,
Yep.
there's a mutual respect of like being a competitor.
Yep.
You know, and I thought that was really cool. There was a lot of mutual respect in the adults as well. I didn't see anyone that was like, you know, mean to each other afterwards
Yeah.
or arguing or whatever, which was cool to see. And then the other one was there was the no-gi match between those two guys, and then like they were going hard, and then all of a sudden, like, I don't know, one of them did something, and then they both started laughing, and then you can instantly
They slipped off each other. They were kind of going through a transition. They went like this.
Yeah, and then you can instantly see like the match changed, and they were both just having fun.
Yeah.
Like you could just,
Yeah.
like it was still a competition, but you can feel like these guys are just having fun now. And I was like, that's awesome.
I think that's kind of the difference in jiu-jitsu. I that's what I like about jiu-jitsu is nobody's out there really. I mean, everyone's trying to kill each other, but it's not. No one's really trying to hurt each other.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you pop someone's elbow, you're like, oh fuck, my bad.
There was a few of that. Yeah,
but if you go to like MMA fights, motherfuckers are trying to pop people's elbows. And then the thing I don't like about MMA is when you get these like, you know, quote unquote more martial artists like jiu-jitsu guys, and they're always like clapping hands after shit. It's like, shut the fuck up and fight.
Yeah.
This is not the arena for that. But in jiu-jitsu it is, you know.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool. And I thought it was a cool event. We went out to go see my buddy Andrew and Cheech Roll from Alliance and Redlands. Well, Andrew's from Alliance and Redlands, Cheech is from Alliance and New Kaipa. And dude, they both had good matches. Like Andrew, we've talked about Andrew on here before. He's fucking 6'4", maybe taller than that.
Big dude.
315. He's big as fuck. He was like a D1 lineman or O lineman in fucking college. This motherfucker's big, dog.
Yeah,
he's big. I fought him when I was a white belt. He fucking punched me in the face, knocked me out. I came to on the ground, fucking started fighting. He fought Ian Danube. Anybody out there, Ian's really popping on the internet right now. He's like, he trains like as a super team. So he trains at Legion, he trains at Optos, he trains at 10 Planet Poway. He trains with J-Flow. He trains with another person he talked about at the end. But I've been following Ian for a while. And I was like, come on, Andrew, get it for the big dogs.
That dude was
Ian, might have one of the best physiques I've ever seen in real life. That motherfucker is jacked.
Yeah, he's jacked.
Dude, his legs.
Yeah, he's a big dude. I thought he would probably, honestly, between the two of them, I thought he would have gassed out sooner just because the amount of muscle he had.
But Andrew got stuck on his back.
Yeah.
You know, it's so much harder.
Well, that's how you get a big dude. You can get a big dude down. It's harder because they don't have the flexibility to bring their legs in and things like that.
Yeah.
So it was a good call on him.
Yeah.
Dude, that double leg blast though. Oh my god.
It's funny. I was standing up watching, and there was these 3 dudes, and they're all blast double him. I was like, there ain't no way he's gonna blast double my dog like that. And like 2 seconds later, boom, he blast doubles him, and I look at him they're like, I told you. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would happen because Andrew's got hips. I mean, he was a D1 fucking football player.
Yeah.
Motherfucker's got hips, dog.
Yeah.
He said he wasn't expecting it. He said he, actually tricked him with it. That's the thing about being giant. Like Andrew is like a real giant. Ian is a giant person. And what I thought maybe would have been the difference is like I watch Ian on the internet a lot. He's always posting. Ian's got a great content. If you got to follow him, maybe we'll try to find his link or whatever. But it's Ian Danube. It's all over the internet. But when he was in college, he wrestled at 185.
Yeah,
I don't think there was a period in his life that Andrew could make 185.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's a big person just generally. And Ian was like probably a fit person who went on the fucking acai and Jesus, saw the fucking Holy Land, and is coursing through his veins.
I think it was a little bit of like Mexican supplements in there.
That's what Acai and Jesus
Yeah, I
is,
think
bro.
there's a little
Yeah,
more
yeah.
than Acai and Jesus.
Dude, that boy is.
He was.
Hey, there's no fucking shame in your game.
No, he's good.
He's trying to be in the world of everyone's on steroids. So be on steroids.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm accusing him.
Yeah, no,
that fool's for sure on the roids.
Yeah, he's good though. He's good.
But I mean, again, you don't get as big as a dude like Ian does unless you're on steroids, unless you're fucking working out.
Yeah.
Like, you can be on all the steroids in the world. It don't matter. Yeah. You have to put that work in.
Yeah.
I think Ian grapples for a living.
Maybe.
He doesn't. I mean, he doesn't ever talk about doing anything else. I mean, maybe he's just secretive, but he looks like he's grappling all day, every day, because he's actually a member of 10th Planet Poway.
Mm.
But he's always at Legion. He's always at Atos. But yeah, man, they were good fights. So we watched Andrew fight. He ended up getting stuck on the bottom.
The other thing is, a lot of Atos guys and kids came out. They went out there and put in work. I don't think anyone from Atos lost their match.
I think maybe one or two did, but for the most part, they won. I mean, they're all from Atos HQ with Galvao. So
these kids are scary though. Like legit. Yeah. Like watching these kids roll, I was like, man, these kids are gonna be scary as they grow up. So watching the new generation of these kids come out, they're so technical already at such a young age that it's just wild to see. Like, I think those are all the kids ones, and the women went out there and they were just as fucking ruthless as the kids. I think, but watching the kids was probably my favorite matches.
Yeah, well, we didn't even watch any of the pro fights. There was like 3 or 4 more like big pro fights. So like Sergio Rios, he goes, his internet name is like Sergio Palinga or something like that. He's like a 4 or 5 time Master World Champion. He's fucking savage. He's from Alliance. He was there. He was going to fight. And Keith Kokorian from 10th Planet was going to fight. We ended up leaving because we got there real early, and then we watched like 30 fights or whatever.
We watched a lot.
Man, it was a really cool event. I had a lot of fun. But Cheech hit a fucking savage knee bar, and then the dude who Cheech knee barred posted about it and was like, he basically said, I got out of this first knee bar and I didn't respect it.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I thought this dude doesn't have shit for me, and then he caught me in another knee bar and popped my shit.
Yep.
It's like, dude, Cheech is looking sharp, man. Like,
yeah, I thought the event overall that was a really, really good event. Yeah, it was set up nicely.
They've been doing it for a long time.
It wasn't in a big like building or anything, but I think it was perfect for what they were doing. And then I like how they just kept one match after another match. I don't care so much about interviews.
Yeah, no one's good on the mic.
But that's another thing is, they should be telling if you're going to do the interviews, you should be like, you need to hold it close, because there are a lot of people holding it out here and you couldn't hear what the fuck they were saying. Yeah. And then it seemed like having people on our podcast. Yeah. So for our podcast, we have another mic set up, and when we have guests on, the guest mic, we turn up the volume because people aren't used to being on a microphone or being on the camera, and so they usually talk softly or not as loud as they normally talk because there's maybe nerves or whatever. And that was the same thing there. Is like, they're already talking super low because you're in front of a crowd and they're like shoving a microphone in your face. But they should have maybe said, hey, if you win, so all the athletes, if you win, make sure you put pretty much put your lips on the fucking mic so everyone can hear you. Because I almost couldn't hear anybody that was doing it. Yeah, like the interviewer, you can hear the person talking, but he was used to it. Everyone else, they were like either too quiet and they didn't have the mic close enough, so that was kind of irritating. And then the walkout music, I liked how everyone had their own walkout music.
I would have, I think we talked about it here a couple times already, but I want to throw a tournament. I want to basically do that same thing, except for where they have the people walk out from. I want to have a little tunnel.
Yeah, so you can
so you can walk out and then you pop out of the tunnel and your music's even if it's just black curtains. You know,
I thought it was funny. Me and Misa were joking like, with all the kids, like all the kids' music.
Oh, fuck.
It was all like old school. Yeah. It was nothing new.
There was a bunch of rap.
Yeah, but it was like mostly older stuff.
Their parents picked it.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. It was like, there's no way this kid was listening to DMX or fucking like.
That kid Xavier, that's the same kid we talked about last time. That kid was savage too. Yeah, savage. He's from Atos HQ. He comes out to X and give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I like the music too. And then like that one dude from 10th Planet came out some like ratchet fucking. I think it was like Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. So it was good, and they had that cool pizza truck there. I didn't eat any, but
pizza.
They literally had a truck, a school bus converted into like a pizza thing. But it was like inside the pizza bus, they had a legit wood fire fucking brick oven, and I was like, dude, that is freaking cool. Like that's if you've not had brick oven pizza made with real wood, it's so different than any other pizza, and it's like it's just so good. It gives it a whole different flavor. So the fact that they put that in a bus, I was like, that's pretty cool. And then they had beer and snacks and stuff like that. So I think they did it right.
Yeah, I wanted to get ripping, but it was kind of a long drive.
Yeah,
hour and a half drive or whatever.
Yeah,
but that was a cool event. And then yesterday was also World League. A bunch of dudes from our team went.
Omar competed.
Omar came out of retirement.
Yeah,
won. Arm lock motherfuckers was talking shit about his wife, saying that she don't have an arm lock on Instagram.
What?
You didn't see that?
No.
Oh, because he posted a picture of him arm locking that dude, and he tags like, Carol, what do you know about arm locking?
Oh man,
that's funny. And then Mike won. White belt Mike got second place. I didn't see too many other people from our school post about what the place is, but fucking Joe from Fillmore got first place.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
I wish instead of being separate when we went to these events, that they would just bring all the Humaita guys in one area.
They're trying to, but nobody wants to be responsible for it.
It doesn't make sense. Like all the other schools do that. Autos, like all the other schools, they like combine, and I think it gives a better team experience.
Autos, that's one school.
Yeah, but they have autos in different places.
There's only one other one, Beaumont.
Yeah, but true.
That's just brand new, just opened.
Well, I know other schools do that.
Yeah.
So it's like I wish we did that. I wish there was more of a.
Somebody needs to try to. Stacy was trying to do it, but
I wish there was more of a.
Well, I know why they don't do it. I'll talk about it off air, but I know why they don't do it.
Anyways, but I think that'd be cool. But yeah, there was Jiu-Jitsu World League, and then
that's why I'm starting my own team.
And then you have Pans.
Yeah, I was going to speak about that.
I don't think I'm going to do it.
Why not? You can't make weight.
I can make the weight.
I'm not. Wait. What weight are you going to make?
It'd be 222 or 220,
222.
Yeah, 222. That's what I'd do. So,
did I not predict these things?
I could go down, but it's just not enough time. So,
I predicted by Thanksgiving this motherfucker's going to be 230.
I'm not 230.
You will be by Thanksgiving.
No.
Motherfucker, you drinking a full ass calorie monster right now.
Doesn't matter. I'm still sitting like at 218.
All right, we're gonna have a Thanksgiving special. You traveling this Thanksgiving?
I don't know yet.
Well, we're having Thanksgiving at your house. We're gonna bring out a scale after Thanksgiving dinner.
No. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I predict these things.
After Thanksgiving. After dinner? No.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking eat a bunch of laxative and take the biggest shit in the world. Be like, what?
For multiple.
Multiple.
Yeah.
Where's John? Yeah, he's in the bathroom.
Fucking holding on.
Yeah, for dear life. Oh, shit.
You roll this week?
Yeah. I rolled Monday at 10 a.m.
Who beat you up this week? Who did that to you? Who hurt my boy?
I think that was Roger.
Oh, Roger Ruiz when he hit you in crossface from hell?
I don't remember. Yeah, that was a good roll, though. I had a lot of fun with that roll. That was like, we rolled. I already had a bunch of rolls. It was the last roll. And I was like, all right, I'm going to sit out. Because I had planned to come to the 7. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to sit out. And then he was like, come on. And I was like, all right, I guess I'm about to fucking get my shit pushed in here.
Not me.
So
I'll hit him with a respectful no.
Yeah, it was cool. We had a good roll. It's always fun rolling. I always learn when I roll with him. So it was good. And then, he's getting comp ready too. So I was like, oh, this is going to be a battle here for me.
I wonder if he competed yesterday, did he?
I think he did. I don't know how he did because I saw a post about the kids watching their coach compete, but I don't know how he did. But I rolled this week a few times. I didn't go Friday, but I went Monday. I think I went Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I didn't go Friday.
I got 3 days in this week. I rolled jiu-jitsu Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday I went to judo, and then I got my fucking foot crushed.
You always getting hurt,
dude. It's because I get after it.
Soft.
No. No.
Yeah.
It's because I'm out there putting in work.
It was a good week
of rolls.
It was a good week of rolls because everyone was kind of getting ready for comp. Well, I thought everyone was getting ready for comp, so it seemed like it was.
Did Albert end up competing? I thought he was competing.
I don't know. I thought he was.
I'm surprised if he didn't.
I think he's going to do Pans.
I thought he was signed up.
I don't know.
Because I remember talking to him like he was getting after it. I was like, yeah, you getting ready to compete? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, huh. That was like before the Pants got announced.
I don't know.
Just surprising because he's fucking good.
We'll see. I'm planning on doing more like competing next year, hopefully. Because that'll probably be my last That would probably be our last year purple belt next year.
Yeah.
So
Maybe. I don't know. No, I got another probably year left. I probably 25.
I don't
26.
think so. I don't think so.
I only got 2 stripes.
Yeah, I think
so let's just
well,
say
we have a belt promotion this
so I'll have
week, so I think you'll have
say
another
I'll have
stripe.
3.
And then there's another belt promotion
Then you'll
in
have 4.
April.
And then another one in a year.
No, in the end of the year.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
I don't have to quit and go get a blue belt somewhere else. Just quit and show up at fucking another school with a blue belt.
Pull a Johnny.
It's fucking Leo.
Pull Leo or Johnny. I would probably pull some shit like that. Be like, fuck it,
dude. If I left, I'm going to another school with a blue belt, a brand new, fresh Amazon fucking elite blue belt. You know the elite brand. Mm-hmm. Go get an elite gi.
An elite gi.
Like, yeah, I went to the Gracie University. They gave me a blue belt. And they'll be like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Until you go sign up for a tournament, they look on IBJJF and you're fucking registered as something else.
Oh, that's right. You couldn't do that now because you wouldn't be able to compete.
Yeah, well, fuck it. If I go down, I'm just not competing. I'll just do super fights as blue belt.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we see you as a purple belt?
Not me.
That was my brother.
Not I.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't know. But there's a lot of tournaments, for the end of the season. The season's kind of technically over. There's a lot of tournaments going on.
I don't understand that because fucking Nogi Pans is this weekend.
IBJJF?
Yeah.
And that's the one in
Florida?
Yeah.
So it's like, how is it the end of the season?
I thought it was. I thought the Worlds was like the end, kind of.
Nah.
So it goes
it's the middle.
Oh.
Because there's a shit ton of opens. There's an open.
Yeah, there's a lot of opens.
Yeah.
But there's opens up all the way until December, right?
Always.
Yeah.
There's none. None of them stop.
So those all count towards your score, your final score at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Opens are the way to get all your points.
That's how you get them.
Yeah. You go all the small ones.
I don't want to hear shit about you competing unless you compete. I have to compete. I'm wearing a shirt on the back that says competitor, so I gotta fucking get it in. I compete at least 3 or 4 times a year.
I'm probably gonna go either way because that'll be a good.
No, you're gonna go compete. What the fuck's wrong with you? What are you hurting?
Nothing's wrong with me right now.
What are you crying about? What's your pussy hurting about?
Just not training as much.
You don't gotta train. Your shit's already sharp, dude.
Just show up.
You're a purple belt.
Just show up. I'm a shitty purple belt.
Everybody's a shitty purple belt. You might have a good day.
You might have a good day.
Oh, dude, speaking of that on the pan, so I forgot. So I happened to look at because when my foot got crushed, I thought it was broken. My whole shit was black. It popped. Like I was standing up one of the times it popped. I was like, fuck, maybe a part of my foot's broken. Let me see if anybody signed up for Pans yet. Maybe I'll just pull out because it's early. If there's nobody signed up, I'll pull out. I go look and I recognize one of the dude's names. He's a friend of a friend, and he's like fucking 6'4", like 260.
Yeah, I looked.
I'm at the fucking chop his legs.
There's 3 people in the division right now. For mine, so
there's 3 in mine. It's me and 2 other dudes. So I'm gonna have to fight him for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big boy, and he was a blue belt when I was a white belt, but he took time off.
It happens.
So I'm going to have to hit him with that Ian Daniel. I'm going to have to go fucking train with Ian for a couple weeks and be like, hey, show me that blast double.
That was a good fucking blast double.
Dude, he tackled him like a football player.
Yeah,
that's why I didn't think he was going to be able to get it.
Big guys like that, it's just you have to give it everything to get them down.
Yeah.
But the thing is, again, with a big dude, as soon as they start going down, they're going down.
I was talking to Andrew about that. He was saying that he doesn't ever train no-gi.
Oh, no?
No.
He did pretty good for never doing no-gi.
Yeah, he just trains gi. So, because I seen him doing judo before I started doing judo, and I was like, "You still doing judo?" He's like, "Nah, not really. I'm busy." And he's like, "I've been working it a lot, but he's like, it's all from grips in the gi." He's like, "I don't know how to do it in no gi," and I was like,
"It's pretty comparable."
Yeah, but if you're not already thinking like overhook or underhook, you know what I mean?
You have to think, and it's not instant.
Yeah, you have to be like, So I prefer like Uchimata from overhook or underhook than grabbing the gi because I don't have that shoulder dexterity to turn. Dude, I try to fucking do a Morote Seanagi this week, which is it's that same grip, like over your shoulder. I went like that, and like as I was turning, I was like, I think my shit's gonna tear, and I decided to let it go, dude.
I mean, when we rolled this last time, I'll say that like when you were legit like had me worried because when you popped me up, like I couldn't prevent you from popping me up. And instantly, I was like, I was trying to back up because I was like, because I know you're trying to bring me in closer to you. I was like, back up.
It's that movement.
I mean, that worked really well because I was like, oh fuck, and it would shock me a bit because I was like, I wasn't expecting to be popped up like that.
Yeah, I went Uchimata on you, but you ended up tackling, kind of like just tackling me because I didn't get deep enough on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to that first movement of bringing someone up is like the movement. And We were talking about that this week.
Well, we're good because I was down low and you almost pulled me all the way up. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I got to be careful with that one.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the brown belts of judo. He's small, dude. He's a real frail dude. He's like 120 pounds, like 5'8". So every time I get him in the randori rounds, I just kind of ask him questions. Because if I start moving, he's thrown me before, but if I start moving on him, let's say I fall on him, he's not getting back up.
Yeah.
So, and he grabbed me because I went Uchimata on him, and he was like, dude, you had that, but you gotta like do this. And he's shown me. And throughout that day, the like kind of theme of the class was this movement.
Yeah.
He's like, you have to grab he's like, the reason we grab that like envelope grip on the bottom of the gi is because we start here, but then as we come up, the gi gets tighter and tighter and tighter. Then you check your watch and your wrist turns, like your opponent's wrist turns, and their gi is as tight as possible. So that lifts them onto their toes. So that's what I was trying to like do to you. It's like, is that
one of the other things I noticed, for judo, I like their gis are obviously bigger because you can grab the cuff and you get a nice, good grip. With jiu-jitsu gis, they're much harder to grab that grip. And that's why we use
that's because the Brazilians are a bunch of cheaters.
Yeah, you use that instead of grabbing the fucking gi. Because some people's gis are big enough when I roll with them that I can grab it and get that.
Oh, I always grab pistol or the envelope grip. I never grab the
I do that one.
I don't ever do it.
I like if I grab that one, I like to shove it down.
That's the only one I grab.
And then if I lock my arm straight, then I know I have it.
Yeah.
If it's bent, then it's a fight. But if I can lock my arm out, then I know I have it. Now I can start working on other things. And they're focused on getting his arm out.
I do that in judo a little bit, and like every time I'll do it because they must watch me a lot. The fucking coach will grab me like, "Don't do that." So he's like, "One, it's illegal," but two, he's like, "Your arm's locked out. What are you doing? All you're doing is defending. That's why they call you for stalling." He's like, "That's a defensive movement. It's not offensive."
Yep.
So when you lock your arm out, you take away your movement. So in judo, they talk about. The Japanese dude told me something different this week. Well, he signed to me for something different, but in judo, they grab thumb to pointer finger. They don't use to index finger, right? Middle finger, thumb to middle finger. They don't use their first fingers. So they grab the gi like this.
Yeah.
So the reason they do that is so that you can articulate your wrist better. So like if you grab a gi and you do this, like your wrist doesn't move as good.
Way you have more.
This you have more flexibility. It's funny though because when I lift, I do the same thing.
But
like if I do curls, like the reverse curls, I do the same thing.
I think you're right in the sense of locking it out is more defensive. But what I like about it is they feel trapped. And they focus on trying to get that hand out, and then they usually let me get something different.
Lower belts do. The upper belts aren't fucking doing that to you because upper belt does this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So like, I'm fine fighting your collar grip while this one's pinned because I have your collar and I'm just rotating my wrist to get out of it. Yeah. Lower belts for sure are gonna panic on that grip, which is the reason I do it too. Because what I'll do with that grip is I'll try to like push people to the ground with it, try to get their hand on the ground, and then start to fight. When I grab that grip, I push the hand to the ground or try to get it to the ground, and every time they do it, they pop up. So I let go, I go single. That's the only time I ever really messed with that particular grip. But I caught myself in judo doing it a lot, stopping people from turning. Right, so it's really good at defensive movement. But if you're trying to have your own offense, it's just not there.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm trying to absorb things from every aspect of, and then try to make one cohesive game. Because if you look at the dudes that are good at judo, even in nogi, they dominate, dude. Like that dude J Flow. I think we were posting about that brown belt dude. The guy's his black belt like in 3 years. You ever see that dude roll? It's like magic. Like some dude tried to throw him, and he like cartwheeled in the air and landed on his feet and threw the dude.
He did like that flip.
Yeah, that dude is a D1 wrestler, black belt in judo, and a fucking
that's
black belt
fucking crazy shit. Seeing that
a lifetime of grappling. But J Flow is the same way, and J Flow is old. He's 45 at least. I think Big Gabe was talking about wrestling him in school. I think he said they wrestled around each other, wrestled at the same tournaments. They were just different weights.
Different weight class. Because he's smaller.
Yeah, he's from Temecula. So and
really
it's funny because
I like his videos. Yeah, he does really good judo stuff. Like
he was Ronda Rousey's coach. He's an Olympic coach.
I didn't know he was Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, he's an Olympic coach. So like I brought it up to Dan Abolic one time, and Danny's like, I know that name from somewhere. I was like, you don't fucking know that name. And he started Googling. He's like, that dude's from Temecula. I wrestled with him. And I was like, no fucking way. Then I asked Gabe, and he was like, yeah, that's him. He's from Temecula. He fucking wrestled. Because Gabe's not like, I can't believe Danny just pulled that out of the fucking out of the air. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, that dude's solid. I want to go take some privates with him just to see his mindset. You see him hit those foot sweeps?
That's exactly what I was saying.
Dude,
the way it's the way he sets them up.
It's his footwork.
It's the way he it's the way he sets everything up that makes all that stuff look beautiful when he does it. And he makes it sound easy. but it's not easy.
It's just footwork. And he's really good at teaching, like, okay, you do this, you do that.
Yeah, yeah.
And like it's funny, like when we do so uchikomi in judo is like the practice of it. Like when we go 1, 2, 3, you know, the 10 in one movement. That's called the uchikomi. Then they do the uchikomi lines where it's you do them in a row. So like you run around to the mat and you do them going backwards or forwards, right? So when they do the foot sweep like the sasai, they do this funny movement where they go like this, like they like stutter step and kick and stutter step and kick, and they do this, and you're kicking your partner the whole time. You want to throw them basically every time, and you're holding them up. And that movement, when you see the black belts in judo doing randori rounds and doing that movement, it's like, oh, that's why I do it. And they have like the footwork is so smooth where they like stutter step and then boom, you see them fucking foot sweep each other. And it's just like that. That's the things we need to work on is like the sharpness and the technique. And it's like, be an idiot for 2 years while you learn this technique. Fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. And all of a sudden one day
it clicks and
and you got it.
Yeah, and you got the timing.
You got the timing is everything.
Yeah.
And so when we
I think the timing is one of the hardest parts to get.
It's the hardest probably part to get because we all. I mean, at the level we're at, we know the basics of jiu-jitsu. Like, we know every timing. We know every like quote unquote traditional move in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
a lot of us know some more advanced moves or dirty moves. We know, we know what to do in jiu-jitsu, right? But now it's about sharpening those skills. Like they say, purple belt becomes a specialist. Obviously, my specialty is paper cutting people. You know, yours is probably paper cutting or that north-south choke you've been doing. So it's like we have a specialty. And then when we get to brown belt, we need to broaden the horizons. You know what I mean? But right now we're in the mode where we need to be sharpening our tools. And that's what we should be doing, is sharpening tools, learning technique, sharpening tools, learning technique, sharpening tools.
Well, that's like we were saying yesterday when what's the name? What's that guy's name? The big dude? Andrew was saying, like, when you were saying, like, he's not used to being on the bottom.
You can tell he's not used to being on the
bottom.
bottom.
You have to put yourself there.
Yeah.
So that you can become used to it. So you can lurk your escapes. You can work your whatever works for you at that point, you know?
Probably his problem, though, is that he's a fucking giant human. And, like, those, I don't know if you saw them. They were on the far end. There's other two kind of bigger dudes. Those are the only other two big dudes at his academy. So, like, those dudes are, biggest, 2/3 his size. So
he doesn't have big guys to
same thing with Jay. Like, when Jay would fight other big guys, you kind of get in trouble a little bit because he's not used to
fighting big guys.
And, like, I never even gave Jay more than 10% because every time I did, I would get hurt. Yeah. So I would just give Jay literally just basically resistance.
Yep.
You know. But yeah, for him, it's going to be hard to be able to learn how to play bottom because he's going to be able to get out of so much shit with just bullshit technique because he's so big. You got to have someone really hold him down.
You have to.
You know what I mean?
That's hard because you got to. It's hard to practice your technique when you don't necessarily need it with everybody, but. That's where you gotta. It's kind of like when you're rolling with someone small, then you just focus on your technique and work on that stuff. So
I think for me, like that kind of happened to me too. Like early purple belt, I was able to muscle white belts and blue belts to where I wanted them to go. But now I try not to muscle anybody. I try to just all technique. Like every sweep is all technique.
Yeah.
And when I learned a couple key movements to some of the sweeps I do that I didn't understand before, the sweeps are just more and more consistent at that going up in the belts. Going up in the weights, going up in the strength categories, because then now we're at the point where it's not about being strong anymore. It's about getting the technique.
Well, now you can if you have the technique down and you add strength to it. Now it's a different game.
Exactly. Yeah. Like if I roll with Nick, like every once in a while I'll get a sweep on Nick, and it's because I was able to time it and I just fucking won 100%. You know what I mean?
Well, if you have strength on your side, as long as you have the technique down and you mix them both, you use them both. Like you have to. That's the point. So it's like saying, "Oh, because I'm flexible, I'm not going to use my flexibility." No, fuck you. You're flexible. Use that as to your advantage. Same thing. If you got some strength, technique, the timing down, now throw the strength in, and it's like more consistent. You know. So, especially when you're going up against someone like that's on your same skill level, you might go up against someone with the same skill level and.
Technique and strength work. Or timing and strength work, the difference.
Yeah, exactly. Where you're both the same skill level, but maybe you're a little stronger and you get the technique down, boom, and you throw strength in there, and that gets you that winning situation.
That's what's funny, because that's kind of what Andrew said. He's like, dude, I don't think I've ever felt anybody that athletic.
Oh, he's a big dude.
Because he was like, every time Ian moved, I felt like I was going to trap him, and then he just wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that dude Ian is like a super athlete, dude. Like, that motherfucker looks like he got made in a lab.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Dude, he's fucking big. Yeah. Like, he's like, his head's big. Like, that motherfucker's a
And he's
big
tall,
dude.
too.
Yeah, he's 6'2", 6'1".
Yeah.
He's a big fucking guy.
Yeah.
So,
and he's only a purple belt.
yeah, but it's, no disrespect to Ian, but you watch a lot of the videos that Ian posts, and he's just getting dominated by motherfuckers.
Is he in like? I'm assuming he's masters.
I think he's in his early 30s.
Oh, okay. So like,
because I asked
one.
Andrew. No. I asked Andrew. I was like, "How old is that dude Ian?" And he's like, "I think he's older than me." Andrew's like 32, I think, or 33. Andrew's getting close to Master 2, so maybe he's 34. So I think Ian might be closer to our age. 30, maybe Master 2. But he was like a lifelong wrestler, college, kid through college, and then for some reason got into jiu-jitsu. This is how I found Ian. Someone reposted something that he posted, and Ian is like all fucked up on the side of the mats, and he's like, "Yo, if anyone tells you wrestling is harder than jiu-jitsu, they're fucking lying. Jiu-jitsu is way harder." And so that's what made me, and I reposted that, and I got a bunch of hate. So,
I don't know if I would agree that jiu-jitsu's, it's just different. It's harder in the sense of...
Are you a D1 wrestler?
It's harder.
It's
harder in the sense of the workouts and the aggressiveness.
It depends what school you go to.
I don't care what anybody says. It's harder in the sense of the workouts, and I've never, unless you're going to like a high, like the very top.
Ian is
school.
only going to high level.
But that's what I'm saying. Unless you're going like to a top school where they train like wrestlers, like the intensity level is the same as they do wrestlers. You don't find that in a lot of schools. Even in our school, we train hard.
No, you find that at a lot of schools. We just don't go to one of them. You're telling me Autos don't train like that?
No, that's what I'm saying.
They probably Legion don't train like that?
Those are top schools. I think they
10th
do.
Planet Poway don't train like that?
I don't think 10th Planet
That's where they go.
I don't know if 10th Planet
10th Planet warm-up's like an hour long.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wish our classes were 2 hours. So you can do like...
Yeah, people tap out, though. Yeah, every time he started doing an hour and a half, people would tap out.
I love the hour and a half classes.
Yeah, well, we're the minority.
Yeah, I love the hour and a half classes. I think they were perfect because you got more rolls in. And you weren't like... Not only do you get more rolls in...
You get more technique time.
You get more technique time. And then on top of that, like, if you needed a break, you can take a break, and you're not worried that you're going to miss out on rolls because you had more time to roll, which I thought was awesome.
You never need a break.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. If you rolling when you're exhausted is probably some of the best. Pushes your cardio and makes you work on your technique.
Forces you to think.
Yeah.
Forces you to think. Yeah. You're the thinking.
Well, I don't want.
You have to think, hey, I'm getting fucking crushed, or okay, where's the movement?
When I think when I'm doing jiu-jitsu, when I'm thinking, I do bad. If I just go out and just roll, like sometimes I'll go out and there's no thinking. I'm just reacting and moving and doing things. That's when I do my best. But when I have to think about things, I usually don't do as well because I have to process it and I'm like, all right, try this, try that,
Yeah. My thoughts are when I roll like that and I'm thinking, my thoughts are like, hey, I'm getting crushed to death. How do I get out?
Well, yeah, in those situations, 100%. But when I'm doing good, and usually when I'm doing good, I'm like in a better position. If I'm thinking, then I miss stuff. Versus if I'm just reacting and moving and flowing with whoever I'm rolling with, is when I do the best. But it's hard to get in that mindset. I actually learned that from Nathan because I watch Nathan roll sometimes. I'm like, because he looks so smooth. I remember when I was asking him, "Do you think when you roll?" He's like, "No, I just go." I'm like, "Oh, I need to try that." And that's when I really focus on like just go out there and don't think about it and just do it. But that comes with time, learning, getting that muscle memory on. Hand goes here, I do this. Hand goes here, I do this. He moves here, I go this. I switch to this. He switch to that.
I was talking to Junior, Chi-Chi's cousin, about a technique this week, and I was showing him how I do it, and I could see in his face like, why would you do any of that? And I was like, well, this is like the setup to that technique. You can't do that technique unless you have all the stuff in a row. And I was like, well, how did I started thinking about it like the next day. I was like, well, how did I develop all that stuff? And I was like, well, I got crushed to death a bunch of times. And then Leo showed me something. And then I started trying to do it. And I modified what Leo showed me into a part that works. And then I thought I came up with this on my own. Then you watch these videos, and then motherfuckers have been doing it that exact same thing.
Well, at the tournament, we were watching someone. I don't remember who was going, but one of the coaches was yelling at him. Was like, you have to set it up. Set it up first. Set it up first.
He was saying, where's the deception?
Yeah, deception.
Where's the deception?
Where's the deception? And that's a big part of it. Is you can't just go, sometimes, especially at a higher level, you can't just go straight to an armbar. You can't go straight to this, straight to a triangle. You have to make them think you're doing something else, and then boom, then you go for that. Like, if you don't, you're not going to catch shit.
Yeah.
And so that's a big part of it. But you learn that, like you're saying, with more time. Yeah. And I think the growing in jiu-jitsu, the first step is, learning the technique, and then then you learn, all right, how do I set it up? How do
Yeah.
I make this sneaky? How can I make it sneaky so I can catch this? So like, yeah, when I was rolling with him with Junior once, I caught him in a triangle, or not triangle, in a wrist lock, and he was trying to get out of my guard, and he put his arms like this in my armpit.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Did you cut a wrist lock from there?
Yeah. Whew. And I caught it. So basically, if anytime someone puts their arms in your armpit to try to escape, all you have to do is you take this arm, you come across this way, and you kind of turn and you squeeze, and the arm gets trapped, and then you take your leg and you sit up like this, and their arm stuck, and it'll give them.
I guarantee you can't do that to me.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Because I don't know anybody that can move their arms from like this to this with my arms in their armpit.
I don't need to go all the way across. I just need to bring it over so your hand's trapped in my armpit.
Interesting.
That's all I need. It's trapped.
Well, what do you trap my elbow with?
Huh?
What do you trap my elbow?
My leg.
With? Your opposite leg?
Yeah, no, the same leg.
Oh.
Because you're like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once I have this, when you sit up a little bit, it bends the elbow, and then you can use your knee to finish the
I gotta
arm
see this
up.
in action.
Yeah. Anyway, so I caught him in it, and he seemed frustrated, and I was like, "Yeah, you got to be careful when you put your arm here." And he was like, "Well, why does Omar teach us this?" And I'm like, "Because it works.
It works.
But you took too long.
Yeah.
Like you can't. You sat there for a minute, and it gave me time to do it.
Yeah.
If you just go straight for it and you started working the technique, I wouldn't have been able to go for it. But you just took too long. That was the only reason you caught it.
Yeah. For me on that particular technique, when I do it, I end up getting stalled out a lot there, and sometimes I get caught, like get swept from that. But what I like to do is like I'll grab the gi like hands up and down.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I grab the gi and I get into the armpits, I turn my fist the other way.
Tighten it.
So I tighten it, but I also widen it so that you're stuck like like fat guy in a little coat. And then what I try to do is I try to do all that motion in one motion, like pushing my hands and turning like a fucking kiai. You know what I mean? That's what I try to do, because when I do it, I want to launch myself forward and pop myself up to my feet.
Yeah.
Because I can't get stretched out and come to my feet. I can't do it. Okay. So I got to kind of do it all at once, right? And it's like the same thing. Like if I'm in the guard and I want to stand up to do like the traditional guard break, I can't go to a knee and stand up. I mean, I can, but it's real sloppy. So what I'll do is I literally put my hands on people's hips and I jump to my feet from there. Mm-hmm. That's how I get out of that position. So I got to do it in less movements. But when I do it, if I come up to my feet, I'm out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's where I think that technique really shines.
Yeah. Unless you go with someone fucking long ass legs, most people aren't fucking.
Kyle, I try that on Kyle all the time.
He's got long legs.
It don't fucking work.
Yeah, he has long legs.
Do you know who's really good at defending that? Danny Smitherman. But he's fucking giant.
Yeah,
he's a big.
He's also
human.
really fucking good.
He's good. He's a fucking giant human.
Yeah,
he's strong.
Yeah,
he's everything going for him.
Yeah.
You know, he's like fucking old. I don't want.
I
don't want to put him on.
He's got that Asian, that makes you look young as fuck.
Yeah, like Sonny. Like Sonny.
Yeah. I didn't know he was that old.
I think Sonny's like 46 or 47.
He literally looks like he's 30 something.
He looks younger than me.
Other than right now he had his beard growing,
gray,
so it makes you look older. But he looks young as fuck.
Yeah. So when someone told me how old he was, I was
gained
like,
some weight.
Oh, I hugged him.
He's dead.
That boy's dense, dog. I don't know if he gained food weight.
Yeah. But
he may have got on that acai.
He looks like he's 30.
Yeah.
He looks really young.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Well, Junior looks like he's fucking 20.
Junior.
Jay? Gigi's cousin?
How old is he?
34.
You or me?
That's fine.
Oh. Yeah, he looks young as fuck, too.
Yeah, like
I didn't know he was that old.
Yeah, dude. He said something to me one time. I was like, how fucking old are you? And he's like, 34, 35, whatever he told me. And I was like, the fuck?
Yeah, he looks young.
I thought he was like 24.
Yeah. I like rolling with him, too. He's cool.
Yeah. He's got a good leg. He's got a good ankle lock. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if he gets on my feet, I start kicking him as hard as I can.
Straight
in the
that
ass.
girl!
Kick that girl in the face.
They kicked the girl in the face. She went for was it an arm bar?
No, she was in. Yeah, she was.
It was an arm bar, and she pushed her leg over and just kicked her in the face. And she didn't let go of that arm bar, which was.
You know what's funny about that? So I was like, I know these people from somewhere. I was sitting there. I was like, I know these people from somewhere. And then once I realized where they're from, I was like, that was the kid we were making fun of who came up to us from Gracie Baja at that bar.
Oh, when he was talking to Megaton. Yeah. Her coach.
Yeah. I was like, yo, he's from Gracie Baja. And everyone started booing. Yeah. Gracie Baja.
I really liked that event. It was a good time.
Yeah.
I think that was the way to do it if you're doing a small event. And like I said, the rule set was awesome.
They have beers at World League?
I don't think so.
Yeah, see. World League get beers? You get more spectators.
I wish I had liquor instead of beer.
I don't want to hear about this liquor that you're pretending to be drinking.
I'd rather have liquor than beer. But either way, it was cool they had beer there. Yeah, it was good. And it was a good week in general.
Drink liquor.
It was good. It was a good week.
Yeah, my week is good till I got my foot crushed. I literally was just putting my work boots on and just fucking tightening them as much as I could. That's how I made it through the week. It's not as bad today, so it's probably not broken. It's just a sprain or whatever.
I was gonna go this weekend to train, but then I was like, nah.
You still could? You could train today?
Oh, tonight? No, we're gonna go out.
Where are you going?
My girl's day. Her day off is today, so we gotta go find costumes. We gotta find a costume for the party, and then we're having the thing for my girl's birthday.
Oh, she knows about that?
Yeah, she knows about it.
Okay.
So, and that's supposed to be like
that's a costume party?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's you're supposed to dress like an old person.
Oh, I got invited, by the way. Thanks. Thanks for the fucking invite.
You got invited. I know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I finally got one.
Oh, I didn't send those out. She just told me to send it to certain people, and then Roxanne was sending it out to everyone else.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is I finally got an invite.
Oh, you're welcome.
Because I never get invite. I can't even get invites to conversations now.
You got an invite.
That's what I'm saying.
So what are you crying about?
Never mind.
Anyways, it's old people. It's an old people costume thing. Yeah, so you're supposed to dress like an old person.
I
thought that was kind of funny.
But I am old.
We'll show up with a cane or something. I don't know.
Shit.
It's supposed to be like an old people event, an old people theme. They had talked before. They were gonna do Costco theme, where it was like
this should be Costco theme. What are you guys fucking doing?
It was supposed to be Costco theme. I'm like, shit, hell yeah! Just show up with a bunch of Kirkland fucking shirts and fucking look like an employee or something like that.
I'll make a bunch of knockoffs.
But ooh, that would be a cool fucking jiu-jitsu shirt.
Yeah.
If you can make a Costco themed jiu-jitsu shirt,
so
dude,
easy.
that would be sick.
Yeah.
But I bet that would sell out quick.
Fucking bulk pricing ass whooping.
Yeah. Bulk pricing. Wrist locks by the bucket.
By the pound, right
by
there.
the pound. Just have a big ass thing of wrist lock, like some sort of thing. It's like wrist locks and it's like bulk.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking cool.
I don't know. I was being a dickhead the whole time because they're like, we want crowd interaction. I was just like, wrist lock up.
Yeah. It was fun. So
more wrist locks. Hey, more wrist locks.
More wrist locks. Wrist locks are fun.
Yep.
But we got those two things coming up. I might have to travel in November, maybe. I'm hoping I don't, but we'll see. Outside of that, it's been chill, man. It's been a good week. And then I didn't watch the whole Fight Pass, but I did watch Nicky Rod versus Pixley.
I didn't watch any of them, man.
I only watched Nicky Rod versus Pixley. The ref was pretty shit. I think he kept interjecting and and resetting.
Was it Hanato Kanto again, or did he fight on that card?
I don't know.
Who was on?
I don't know. Who the ref
was it Shaolin?
I don't know who the fucking ref was. But Nicky obviously won. I think he out wrestled Pixley, I was really surprised for. I think Pixley was surprised that nothing he was trying was working against Nicky Rod.
But dude, Nicky Rod's that fucking dude right now.
Yeah. So I was like,
I'll say it right now, he beats Gordon.
Maybe. Yeah. We have to see.
Gordon's ducking him. You can't deny that.
I wouldn't say he ducked him.
Gordon is ducking him right now.
Nicky Rod said he put up $1 million.
Yeah.
Gordon said he wanted to fight both him and Craig and $1 million each.
But that's like saying, you're like, I'll bet you $10. Like, well, fuck you, I'll bet you $1 million.
Yeah. Well, he has the money to back it up, though.
I don't know if he does.
Gordon has the money.
Remember when he scammed everyone and couldn't pay him back?
He didn't scam everyone.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
That's not what happened.
That's what happened.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
that would be a good match to see happen again. But Gordon's looking fucking jacked as fuck right now.
Yeah, his body looks good again. Yeah.
So I don't know if he's gonna compete anytime soon.
For what? He's already done it.
He's done everything.
Gi World Championship, that'd be cool.
I don't know if he'd be able to be on that level with the gi. He'll do amazing.
He would.
I just don't know.
Gordon wouldn't fuck around. Who'd do ultra, the slowest dudes. You got like 4 or 5 dudes that could actually compete.
With him. But with the gi, they can stall his game.
Dude, Gordon's so much bigger and stronger than all those. But I mean, he's not.
Well, it depends on which rule.
He's not going to pass the drug test.
Yeah, it depends on which rule set you would go with. If stalling is,
IBJJF Gi World Championship. That's what we're talking about. If you're talking about Gi World Championship,
can't do that.
There's only one.
He can't do that.
They need to turn the testing off for that test.
Just so he can
or I would just go do it, and if they take it away, they take it away. Who cares? You won.
Yeah.
You tell me this, the motherfucker's on steroids, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody's on steroids.
Yeah. You're right. Just do it. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. What's he gonna do? Lose? Like, oh, I don't fight in the gi.
Yeah. That would be
There's
interesting
no
to see.
disadvantage. The same thing with Nicky
I
Rod.
agree with you. There's no disadvantage of him just signing up. And if
Yeah.
he wins and they're like, oh, we have to take the title.
I-
Like, so
I
what?
bet-
I know everyone
yeah.
saw me beat
Yeah.
everyone. That's all I
Yeah.
care about.
I bet we see J-Rod do a gi tournament. So J-Rod got given his brown belt.
Yeah.
Did you see that? And then maybe last year he fought Tynan, and who's number one?
Mm-hmm.
And Tynan got him to put a gi on.
Yeah.
And then they went and did Aiga together. I think it was Aiga or Polaris. They went and did together. And Tynan was on the same team. And then Tynan got to put a gi on again. And they keep being like, hey, let's get you in a gi. Let's get you in a gi. And so Tynan's pushing him to get in the gi.
It's just such a different game. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but dude, if you're like legit friends with Tynan,
Yeah, that's
and
the
it's like,
perfect person to learn
hey,
from.
come to AOJ, throw an AOJ gi on,
Yeah.
and you can
Yeah,
fight.
within like 6 months, he'll be really good if you just did gi. Yeah, I agree. Because all the gi,
J-Rod says he's natural.
and he looks natural.
Imagine J-Rod. He already got second ADCC. He doesn't even need a gold. He's already on the rocket ship. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say he does win ADCC.
Mm-hmm.
Then he goes and fights in the gi.
That'd be cool to see.
Greatest 185er.
That'd be really
time.
good to see. That'd be good to see. I'd
You
be down
see
to see that.
J-Rod style in the gi.
Yeah.
But you know what? The gi might help him because then he might morph his style to being more pressure based, and he'll win more fights.
Maybe
I think the only
he has become more technical.
yeah,
lately.
he's technical, but I think the only reason he loses fights is because he kind of spazzes out on the outside and he puts himself in bad positions.
Mm-hmm.
But if he does more that, I mean, you don't see Tynan spaz out.
Mm-mm.
You see Tynan crush motherfuckers. Yeah. He's doing like modern techniques,
With
but
that
they're
heavy
all
pressure.
crushing.
Yeah,
And it's like those are the dudes who win.
yep. That would be. I'd love to see that. That would be dope to see.
Yep. Yeah.
That would be exciting. We'll see.
All of them put a gi on. They have nothing to lose.
They're already. Yeah, they've already done. They're at the point where they're at the top of their career, and I wouldn't say they're at the end of the career because they're still the best. But
Gordon's
right.
probably getting towards the end.
you're like at this point, it's like you have nothing to lose to just go out and try different shit.
Also, Danaher is a gi instructor.
Mm-hmm.
He wears the gi every day.
Mm-hmm. No, he doesn't.
Yes, he
but-
does.
Oh, he trains.
I think when he teaches at Henzo Gracie, he teaches
Yeah,
in
in the
gi.
gi. Yeah.
I mean, there's whatever you think about Marigali. Marigali is one of the best gi players of all time.
Yes,
He's there.
he's there too. Yeah.
Marcelo-
He has the best people to learn from.
Marcelo Garcia, gi.
He has the best people to learn from.
Henzo Gracie, gi.
Gi. Yeah.
Yeah.
That we'll see what happens. That'll be interesting. I mean, I would love to see that kind of stuff happen.
No gi's dead. Fuck all that shit, dude. Gi. We're a gi players club around here.
I mean, it was cool to see you. What's his name? Andrew
Andrew.
do it, and he doesn't train no gi, and he did pretty good. So.
Oh man, I was telling him, I was like, dude, underhook, and he was like, I fucking know.
Who was that girl that was his?
I looked it up. She's from Jason's school.
She was kept yelling underhook.
She was
underhook."
right. Hey, she's a
She was
blue
right.
belt.
She was right. Underhook.
She came up she came up my Instagram because she posted something that Andrew reposted, and I was like, oh, that's that chick. She must be a black belt. I clicked on blue belt. She had pretty good coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, underhook. But he was so busy. I think Ian's hips were so heavy they were kind of making him panic.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Well, and
makes-
then he started doing muffler,
which makes me wanna fight Ian. I want to feel that. I want to ride that ride.
you just want to feel him.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Hey, but it's got to be in the gi.
It's got to be the gi.
It's got to be in the gi.
Yeah, that's good. Anyways, I don't have anything else. Do you have anything else you want to bring up?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it was a good week. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good stuff, and go buy some 40 Fighting hats. If you buy a 40 Fighting hat, make sure you tag us on Instagram. Post
Jonathan.
us. So
Oklahoma.
yeah, go do that, and then until next time.
No os.
Oh shit.
Went old school on that one.